Um, well, I need to do some daily stuff, so I need money. Crap. Well, I'm gonna do that today, of course, because I want shards for Bashini. Don't need that anymore. It's been a long day. Oh, why? Oh yeah, that's right. It's not on auto battle at the moment. Oh well. Yeah, Solid Blade of Justice just one-shots those guys, so whatever. I'm already so tired. Why can I not look? Okay. I need to farm off some coins. Oh, it's been a long day. Jin, far too often it feels like your goal is just to kill my own teammates. Hold my beer and watch this. Okay, so this will finish up my events. I did the summons, I did the arena, I just need to do the hard quests and the normal quests. Hey, Shadow. Hey, come over here, Lito. Come over here, Lito. Yeah. Come on, over here, Lito. Come on, Lito. Hey, it's okay. Lito, Lito. Or not, whatever. Dumb dog. Okay. But I'm doing this either way. Ignore defense abilities are so good. Okay, go to units now. I have a lot. Oh yeah, that's because I like threw 3 of those large dewdrop things in there. Okay, so go in here and break count because my goal is kind of to just get these units that I kind of find okay, or that I just want to have certain units. Well, a lot of my units up to be able to get to 85 for free. Because why not? Okay, that's good. Let's actually remove you because you get shards from story stuff, which I still need to do. Okay, Riley's next. Nice. Let's do that. Okay. Go back, change that to total. Now, who do I want to work on? True, I need more of these books. I always need more of these books. Probably should have farmed for a lot of those yesterday, too. I do not have any energy. Okay. Now I have energy. I should have everything done for the daily, the, yeah, daily stuff's done. Oh, what? They changed it back? Oh, I'm actually disappointed by that. I'm super disappointed by that drops. Why would you not keep that? That makes it so much more helpful for free people who don't have time to always play it every day. Put so much time into it. Like, yeah, I do. Well, back to not using the drops ever, really. I thought they were going to be there forever. I was looking forward to that. I thought that was a brilliant idea. Does it cost AP? I forget. Yep, they cost AP, so they're the same amount as normal. Really? They didn't release another one? Machine was like the last one that they released. Okay. I do not have any skip tickets, so this is just gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay. Yay, it's done. Need so many shards. Okay, let's do it again. That's all I can farm for Bashini today. I think I need 25. Was it 20 or 25? I'll go check that really quickly. $20. So tomorrow I'll have it. Cool. Well, I'll have one more done in that. Other than that, it's going to be ages still, probably. Okay, hard quests. Let's go get more Muna shards. Really, guts? That's annoying. I feel like they should stand no chance against my team, really. And it looks like that would be the case. Oh, nice, Bashini. What else? Thank you. I wanted to know what else I got. Keep that. Oh, that was a good hit. I love. Okay, Foresight Slash is really good. Oh, that was nice. I love this memento ability. Oh, ooh, that was a nice move. Oh, hey Slayer, how's it going? I'm doing all right. Don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream. Just it's been a long day and I'm kind of tired. I still want to finish certain things. Like I plan to farm every shard here. It's gonna be a long amount of time doing that. By the way, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend starting up the Sacred Stone Memories, especially since at the moment it's half AP in order to do the stuff. Plus, you get two different units out of it. Cannon, who's actually a pretty good light unit, and Kagura, who's an okay magic user. I really don't use magic users too much, so I don't know how good she really is. I use her now and then, but in the missions, they're always just so challenging for her. Nice. I like Osima. Osima's really cool. Um, if you remember Ewan from my stream yesterday, he pulled quite a few units. He ended up pulling Soul. He pulled Kudanstein, Monzane, and Osima as well. He got really lucky. I wanted to pull Orion, whose unit just came out today. Of course, I don't get lucky like that today, and I don't have money. Damn money. Always got to get in the way of me and my stuff I don't need but want really bad. Uh, Bashini's still one of my favorite units, though. The not as many people like him over Soul. Any units you're hoping on getting, or any ideas of units that you might want? Yeah, I farmed to get him up a bit, and I think I used some special shards in order to get him up even more as well. Um, yeah. Uh, I just have a thing about wanting a lot of units in this game. Like, I want to own most, if not all of them. But of course, I don't have money, so I can't do what many people would do, which is like referred to as whaling slash dolphining, which I'm sure you've heard of before. I mean, if you played Dokkan or since you played a couple other gotcha games, it sounds like I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. I should turn off that priority of searching for those things, considering you won't get anything. Are you kidding me? Think I've heard you mention that before. Don't think I've ever looked into that game at all. God, Vault, you need to die. Why is Vault should not have that good an evasion rate? Grace of Varna. There we go, Vault stack. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. For a second, I thought you were talking about Alchemist code being like loosely based on Norse mythology, and I was like, okay, I know a bit about Norse mythology. I don't remember hearing anything about this stuff. Okay, the Valkyrie thing makes a lot more sense for that. I ended up doing the last chapter as the last chapter because it's a two-parter of the Sacred Stone Memories, and I did not want to stream that. I felt that that was the wrong thing to do. I feel like that'll ruin it, especially for people who like. I'm sure you probably haven't made it that far into Sacred Stone Memories, and I know one of my other friends hasn't either. Ewan hasn't. Um, so yeah, I felt like that would be an inappropriate thing for me to do. I don't like spoiling stuff for people who haven't even made it that far yet. I don't know. That's just me. I know there's plenty of other people who are going to stream it. I just don't find that. To me, that seems like a wrong thing to do. Nice. Um, I believe you get cannon from that too. I think you get cannon from like one of the first missions. I think. Yeah, you have to because of the way that that first chapter ends. Just to let you know, you'll probably have to put some time into getting stuff for Cannon and the other unit Kagura because you have missions where you have to solely use those units, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's what they decided to do. It's just stupid tough for some of those because it's almost like you have to try and get through it just to begin with and then come back later after you have more job stuff. And just fair warning, because I will be farming for some canon stuff. There will be a slight spoiler in that. Well, it's slight as in I think it's 4 chapters in that you find out that happens. So I mean, it's a little while into that. But again, each chapter is 10 episodes, so it's really like mostly just almost like a normal story thing. Am I seriously gonna go through all of these? Because I can't buy skip tickets. I spent them all already. We'll come back to that because that's just already starting to feel like it's just a taxing thing to watch. Yeah, because I because of the story and because I wanted to from the beginning, I'm going to work on getting Canon up to being um a decent unit because to begin with she is kind of weaker. Don't want her to use. I mean, Excalibur will get better later, but I don't have the stuff for Excalibur yet. Oh wait, changing job. Well, first let's find out what I need to farm for, because this is gonna be the part that sucks. Please do not be solo. Oh, thank God. Okay, anything where I don't have to solely rely on Canon or anyone to do stuff, I can work with. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but I feel like you might be able to. Yep, that would be my dog. I just after I asked the question. That is hilarious. Ishini is one of the fastest units in this game, and I love him. I ended up doing some math, and depending on how it works, Bashini either has like just under 300 or just under 400 agility at maximum setup. And that is insane. Because just for a unit to have 200 is, like, huge. And he can get up to just under 300. Easily. Bashini's actually a guy, just... And that really depends if you take, what, if you take and listen to, the game theory. Game theory. Wow, why did that take so long? Yeah, no problem. It's fine. There are some there's too many androgynous units who look like they could be either or. Like, there was a unit that was actually in the normal game that it came from, a male, but in this one was listed as a female. So it's one of those things that, like, it's not too weird to get confused if you had gotten confused. And some people would say that, Gumi made a mistake with something that they did. And yes, they did, kind of. Because they did spoil the ending a bit, but they didn't spoil it enough to where, like, certain things mattered too much. Like, you played the Attack on Titan story, I'm sure. So you saw kind of what they spoiled. Oh, Balder? Yeah, that is true. He was basically the god of... I don't know if he was the god of compassion, but in Norse mythology, but he was a very, like, nice person in Norse mythology. Though you also have the fact that because of what Loki started, he caused Balder to die, which is beginning to Ragnarok. Okay. See, I feel like Balder should have been a tank, really. If you're gonna go with anything for Balder, it should be a tank. Because that's what he essentially was. There was only one thing that could harm him, and that was mistletoe. Because Balder's mother went to everything asking it not to harm her son, and the only thing that she couldn't get to agree to was mistletoe. And I want to say in Norse mythology, like, because Balder clearly knew that he couldn't be harmed by anything, would say, like, basically come up and stab me, like, hit me with whatever you feel like and all that. I won't be harmed. Kind of like how Houdini actually would have people punch him in the stomach. Um, and one day, Loki, like, 13? Yeah, I don't know if I'm just rambling about what I know about Norse mythology at this point. How many do I need of this? Please tell me it's 20. But that means that there's something else that I'm going to have to farm for 30. Or is this the one I only have to farm 10 for? Is this the one I have to farm 10 for? I'm almost there. It is 10. Okay, good. Need 4 more. For that level, I need 2 more levels, which means I need 14 more. Kinda wish I hadn't spent all the skip tickets already. Because this just is not fun. Excuse me? What? Oh, that wasn't me. That was my sister. I'm gonna close my door actually for now. I was like, I didn't burp, I didn't sneeze, I did. What did I do? I was like, what did I do? This dark team, I really shouldn't be running this as much as I am, but it's just actually kind of fun. By the way, Slayer, did you go for any mementos as well? I mean, Levi is a bit OP. So, yeah, and then it's just one of those things like, if I'm going to run Levi, I want him to be the leader because then he increases his damage. And at that point, I'll throw in Bashini too. And then it just keeps going and going, and you know, Lord Zahar can't not be in there. I mean, did you try for any of the mementos from this? The banner's out now. If not, I do recommend trying for the second banner, which is the one that has the memento for cannon. Because, especially since cannon is a free unit, there's no reason not to want that one. Because you can, if you get it, then you have a memento for a unit you're gonna get. For me, I own most of the units, so I have no reason not to go for all of them. I generally try to do the 500 with each. Yeah, just since that one has cannon, I definitely recommend it, considering you definitely get that unit. Damn it, I didn't get one. I should really probably change up my team a little bit. Hey, Shadow. How are you doing, you dummy? You want to lay down? You want to lay down, Shadow? Nice. I hope you're reading the story as well because the story is so good. That's actually been my favorite story out of all the stories so far. Hence why I'm farming up for to get canon fully done, and why I did something I normally wouldn't do, and that is I enlightened um a free unit. Lay down, lay down, lay down. A lot of the free units tend to be weaker than the, of course, 5-star units because. Hey, sit down, Shadow. Sit down. Come on, lay down. That's the opposite of laying down. That is okay. I know Canon is, in a way, a pretty cheesy character, and she gets pretty cheesy, but she's still one of my favorite characters in the game. Hold on one second, my dog's gotta go out, so I'm gonna start up the next farming thing and go do that really quickly. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. So my dog actually just wanted food and water. Nice. Yeah, let me know what you think of the story after you finish the first chapter. Or even as you're going along, if you want to ask me questions or anything. Yeah, those early ones can be a little bit tough from when you're just starting out. Nice. It's always cool when you can clear them with 3 stars. Oof. Close at least. Why? Why is that so bad? One more should be all that I need, and then I can get canned up another job level for this. Actually, let me jump over to units really quickly and just look through my units, see if I have any soul shards for any unit that I can just level up more. Is Mirna already on like the last tier? Nice. Ooh, Miona's 1 day away from another part of a star. How far is Athema away from? He's only just made it there. Okay. I'm guessing she. Nope, she's made it a little bit farther. I'm almost trying to decide if I want to farm for some of these, because I don't know if I actually care that much about getting some of them. Mm. I can farm for Zane, but I already have Zane nearly a decent bit. I don't know. Machining, I know I'm farming for every day, because I need him. I need his soul shards so I can continue enlightening him. Is that one of those ones where you have to use only cannon? I want to say the last one is one you have to use only cannon. Oh, hey Marissa, how are you? Yeah, I managed to finish it. I didn't feel, at least for me, I didn't feel it was appropriate to stream. I have friends who haven't made it anywhere near the end, and I don't want to spoil some major story stuff. So I didn't end up streaming it. I just played it myself and just enjoyed the experience. But no, any of those missions where you could only use cannon was, ugh. Why? That, I didn't enjoy that part. Nice. I don't care so much about Soul. I mean, for me, my main man's always been Bashini. Bashini's just always, to me, been really good, and I love his agility is insane. Like, I did some math about the whole thing to try and figure out some stuff, and his agility, based on if you do things properly, for one turn he can have just under 300 agility. And I was just like, oh my god. But yeah, no, I got his memento. When I got Bashini's memento, when it first came out and I did the 500, I was like, yeah. I immediately put those robots of Remescence. I think that's around. That may be how you say it. I don't know. And got I got that equipment immediately and leveled up max and farmed for Bashini's gear. I may have a problem. But I've always been a huge fan of fast units. Okay, yeah, no, it's 110 then that has you only use Bashini, not Bashini, cannon. I figured it was. I think the one prior has you has Catanova with you fighting, and I think maybe Vettel. I don't know how you would say his name. It's either Vettel, or yeah. That's about the only two ways I can really think about it. Oh, cool! I didn't even know I didn't have that completely done. Why? By the way, what part are you stuck on, Marissa? Or are you just saying how much of a pain in the ass doing that is? Because it really is a pain. I did like that they pulled out all the stops to make it tough. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do kind of need to do that. 2 and 3 were the toughest ones to me. Trying to keep Cannon alive was not easy. I ended up having my favorite tactic when it comes down to. I ended up doing it for basically the rest of the game whenever I had to do anything that was like, keep Cannon's on your team as a protagonist. You have to keep her alive. I brought with me 3 super potions. And just every time she got near low from an attack. Yeah, Cannon is. Though she can deal a decent bit of damage, but she is also one of the strongest free units, like, story-wise. The like, compared to, like, the chapter doing the, like, main story. The last mission is just great, by the way. I had Cannon and I brought super potions. See, because I don't use items very often, because generally my units just can do everything without items. So, I have 157, or had 157 super potions. So, I had no issues being like, and use it, and use it, and use it. Um, and just to let you know, Cannon won't be as squishy in the last mission. It's not a spoil. It really isn't a spoiler to say that Cannon in the last mission gets like some sort of super duper health change, and in it, my Cannon had 15,000 health for the final mission. Using one super potion would heal her 11,000 HP. Just I will give fair warning. Be careful, because it is one of those things like, even though you have a ton of health, the enemy you're facing does a ton of damage. I'm also sad that I didn't get Orion. I wanted Orion. I know my friend wanted Orion and the Memento because at the moment he's basically the leader of Templars, which is to me hilarious. Because, yes, Soul, who's supposed to be the leader of the Templars, doesn't have anything that gives bonuses to Templars, really, other than his Memento. But even then, some of those things are not that great. But yeah, I've been recommending to like all the people I know who are just starting out in the game to definitely try and do the Sacred Stone Memories, because again, it's a really good story, and Canon is one of the more decent units really for stuff from the free units, because Logi fell out really, not really quickly, but in the beginning he's pretty good, but he falls quick because he just doesn't have damage. He's got really good defense and HP, but no damage. And then Diaz I never use Diaz. Diaz just always had the whole problem of having. I did not like the dark units that would just sacrifice themselves and have no healing abilities of their own. I like my units to generally be able to be self-sufficient. Hence why I liked Roxanne a lot. But yeah, no, that just hurt me to like be like, Diaz was just a bad unit to me. In the story, he's kind of an idiot, but I mean, we know of another person who's also kind of an idiot who did a similar thing, but I don't know how to explain things without spoiling anything. But yeah, if you need, you can always if you want me to. I don't think you. If you want to, you can add me as a friend on Alchemist code, and I can change my my light unit to be cannon if you need. So if you need another cannon unit, because generally having two is better, way better than having one. At least then you have a chance of not losing with one attack. Same goes to you, Slayer. If you need me to change to cannon, let me know. Yeah, but this guy, the person that does it in the other stories are not as punchy. That's the best way I can think of putting it. Not as punchy. I wait. That would be hilarious if they were punchy. Yeah, because some of those cannon missions can be really tough, and not too many people use cannon in the light slot or anywhere for their friend stuff. And with this last mission, it's kind of nice to have a okay cannon. Well, with these with this last chapter, it's kind of okay to have a nice cannon to have on your team if you ever need one. Um, Kagura, I cannot give you a nice Kagura because mine is just not good. Just so not good. Set up because I have Dragoon Chloe in there. Well, I'm gonna have to change that back later because Dragoon Chloe is too good. Nice. She's also one of the units that you can farm soul shards for, I'm pretty sure. Priscilla. Yeah, I know where every unit is too quickly. I'll go back to Cannon because I'm gonna try and finish her last job. Because for some reason I've become determined that that is what I want to do. For some reason. And then eventually I'll go through and get 3 stars in everything. Yeah, no, story wise or in fighting him wise, because both of them fuck him. Really, really, I cannot like Soul, and that's partially because of story reasons. It's a lot because of story reasons, and I just, in a way, I love that I hate him because that means that they did such a good job writing it. But I also hate that I hate him. Yeah, fighting him is a pain. Um, is that the third mission you're doing right now, or um? Oh, really? Why not? This is actually probably one like I read all the stories in this. May have a slight problem, but the stories in this are actually like really well written. Like for a free to play game, this has got a really good story. 16. I forget which one that was. I just know that I like how they lead up to this like giant fight that I was like expecting it to be like this like 2 or 3 at least fight, and it ended up being one for the other guy. Meanwhile, the fight with Soul goes on for like the rest of them, pretty much, and it's like, what? Why? Why is there so many fighting with Soul? That actually, you know what? That may just be because I I generally would auto battle things, but with that last chapter, I had to play through every fight, which kind of made me feel a little bit sad. Okay, why is everything running slowly? Anyways, that fight can be kind of simple depending on how you set everything up. I mean, I've been using this team pretty much exclusively recently because I mean, Lord Zahar is awesome. Um, Levi is ridiculous. My Bashini is insane because I also have him enlightened partially, which I'm working on trying to actually fully enlighten him because I care that much about Bashini. Um, Basically, the only person on my team that's out right now that isn't a partially dodge unit is Lord Zahar, which is kind of hilarious to me. Basically, what I ended up doing was because I knew where they set up, I would I would move part of my team over to like um I would have like part of my team kill off the first guy, and then the rest of them move down. So I wouldn't have my first units move. I had them attack him, and then take and move down to greet the next unit who was gonna drop. And then I kept doing that. I kept like having one of my couple of my units stay by one of them, fighting them to the end, and then my units were already over at the next area to fight the next unit that would drop. That's how I did that, at least. Yeah, if you can move cannon before soul goes, run away. And that's basically what I learned with all of those fights was if you don't just have potions to chug, you just run away. Or if you're gonna get one shot by an ability, run away. Because even if you put on everything that like increases her defense to like dark units, it still doesn't help enough. Because you can raise her dark resist by 20. Um, the best unit on it, the best job to actually use as well, is Apprentice Paladin, because that one actually has 19 dark resist, which means upwards you can get it up to 39% dark resist, which means that she'll be a lot more likely not to die right away. I always end up having like the Alchemist code database open on a window, so I can look up stuff when I need. I don't think I've actually closed the Alchemist code database in months. Like I have it open on one window constantly. Because yeah, I was looking over canon stuff earlier because I was trying to find out like what she's good at. Because that's the best way I can put that, and especially wanted to see her reaction abilities. Because I have a whole thing about like one of my favorite things with units tends to be like their reactions and their passives. Because those are things that are a constant um, versus a every now and then. I've always liked passives in games, so I look those up a lot when I do that. Because yeah, you can make her do a fair bit of damage, but like again, you might also like if you're um if you're doing that stuff, you kind of want her to be tanky. She's just not even not very tanky. Even when she's kind of tanky, she's not very tanky. If you have anything that increases her maximum HP, definitely put that on. Like, I would definitely not have her use. Don't have her use Excalibur. Give her Catanova's sword because that gives maximum HP increase. Um, if you have like the light armor, you might want to put that on her so that way she has a fair bit of health and defense. If you had the life belt, which I don't know if you, I think you said you started around Full Metal Alchemist, so it's possible that you might have gotten the life belt from the Etrian Odyssey um, job, the Etrian Odyssey collab. If you did, that life belt can give her like an extra 1,000 health in essence. This is gonna take bloody well ages. Oof. Yeah, that happens. And yeah, Marissa, I just tend to ramble sometimes, so I figured I'd give some advice on what you could do to try and make her not die from one shot. Because thankfully mine could survive one shot, not by much, but could. Oh no, wait, there was like two. There may have been two battles for the actual person who is the final boss, but I still like was expecting more of the chapter to be about that than Soul. Um, Slayer, have you also been farming for money every day? Because there's actually a decent way of getting a lot of apples that don't require you to grind for them. Nice. Because if you go to the secret shop, there's an equipment shop in there that comes back that like resets like every 10 days, I think. Yeah. Well, I still farm up money every day because 50 million can go by pretty quick, depending on what you're doing. if you're doing jobs like I generally am, then yeah, that can go pretty quick. Here, let me show you the stuff that I recommend buying really quickly, because it's stuff that I buy every time it comes back because it's just useful to have as well. Yeah, see, Marissa's right there with me. Money goes quick. I had 100 million at one point, and it goes by quick. Like I can get 7 million a day. I had 30 million yesterday. I was down to 9. Oh yeah, I should buy skip tickets while I'm here too. I buy skip tickets at least once a day, if I can, multiple times a day. But I tend to forget. So yeah, in the secret shop, the adventurous shop down here, I tend to buy all these like soldier equipment and all these like one-time buy things up here. You can buy apples here too. I don't tend to buy those. The adventurer's assistant set and the adventurer support set give you apple tickets and skip tickets. Oh, I didn't buy the skip tickets today? What is wrong with me? Um, yeah, because right there is just under 1 million that I just spent on 30 skip tickets. Um, so yeah, you can buy both of these. I want to say 5 times each or 3 times each, and they'll give you one will give you like 15 skip tickets. The other one, and altogether, you'll probably get around like 40. I want to say around 40 Apple tickets. To put in perspective how many Apple tickets I have, I might as well show you because it is dumb levels of how many tickets I have. Because I save them for when they don't have special events. I have 530 Apple tickets. Yeah, I know what it's like to be broke on Zenny. Because again, in this game, you can go broke pretty quickly. But yeah, no. So you can do those, and you can get apples from the basic ones all the way up to like the rare ones. And generally, you'll end up getting a few rare ones like every ticket. Well, here's the thing: when they don't have the special that gives you like 3 free summons, I just go down there and do like 10 apple tickets because I always need more apples, and I don't want to if I don't have like if I don't have jewels to spend and I don't want anything, I just go do that. In a way, I am a ticket hoarder, but that's because I generally try and save up a lot. Because I know in these games, like, you'll have times where you won't have what you need and you'll need to farm for it, and you'll just not be happy with having to farm for some listings. I have a tendency in games to hoard stuff I might need. Huh. I mean, I can probably say the same thing because I probably own all of them. But I own Yaoris too, so. I like her. I like a lot of the Sacred Stones units. Athema is one of my favorites, of course, as I've mentioned. Well, Athema and Bashini are two of my favorites, and because I like them story wise, and that's generally what gets me to be like, I like them a lot. Because yeah, the game. What got me into the game was partially like I like the gameplay idea, but then the story got me hooked. Because yeah, what I would like, I tried the Fire Emblem game and I just did not enjoy it, and um, it made me go looking at some of the other like different like strategy games that were out there, and then I saw Alchemist Code, and that's what got me into it. I was like, oh, this is actually really cool and really good. It didn't feel like just trying to scam. It doesn't feel completely like trying to scam money out of me. I'm not going to say I haven't put money in the game because that would be a bold lie. Yeah, it did for me too. Um, though constantly throughout that entire thing, all I could think of was, God, is Diaz dumb? God, is Diaz dumb? Oh wow, there's a level cap in a gotcha game. That's weird. Agatha was really smart. Logi was kind of that. The way I see them is almost like they're Naruto and Sasuke. Because in essence, if you look at it, they are like young Naruto and Sasuke. I'll bring you back. Logi was just determined in a kind of dumb way. Yeah, I find it kind of annoying because they spawn cannon near the enemies. Why? Why would I want what is, in essence, the squishiest character on my team to be next to the enemies? Well, it's not exactly bad level design, it's story-wise that they're doing that. But the problem is that Cannon isn't exactly the tankiest of units. So why would you want to... I get story-wise putting her next near the enemy, but in gameplay-wise, it's just like, They already made the end almost kind of unfairly difficult. They didn't need to make it to her cannon. Oh god, really? They taunt her too for you? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Um, Actually, I'm curious. What do you use as the basic job for Mikasa? Because I ended up using the the Berserker one, especially since she has the jewels for. She gets the jewels for it pretty easily. Because I also use her Berserker reaction. Okay. Did I get? Damn it! I didn't. Damn bugs. Okay, so I need 19 more of that. Yeah, sorry there's not really much going, like, excitement-wise in this stream. I'm just sort of, like, going through fighting stuff that I kind of need to fight. Actually, that's good. Yeah, that was why. Yeah, see, the other reason I use the Berserker job is because the heal for Mikasa is just not really that great for me. Because it only heals 30%, whereas, well, if you use the Berserker one, you heal based on the amount of enemies you hit. It basically means that she only heals herself, but that generally is what I'd prefer her to do anyways. But if she gets surrounded, then she can use that to go from basically next to nothing to full. Along with it also having a ranged attack as well. Again, this is just what I did. Nice. Yeah, my Titan Aaron isn't very strong, so I don't end up using him much. I ended up using him for the raid, but that was mostly because his special thing was the whole, like, increased damage to Titans, increased damage for fire units, so he was just really useful for the raid, for me. That sucks that Nina got killed. Who's Machini? Okay, I'm not going to question this, because I feel like if I question it, I'm just going to question more things. This isn't last Wednesday's stream when I was just calling Bashini a god. Or yesterday's stream when I was calling Bashini a god. Or you know what, just any day where I play the game and I watch Bashini just wreck things. I think yesterday I was calling him the god of Bashini, god of death. May have went a little overboard. May have. Ugh. I hate that you have to protect Little Miss can't take a hit. Canada is almost like every opponent for One Punch Man. Just every time she gets attacked, she almost gets one shot, if or gets one shot. Yeah, they don't want to leave Cannon alone. I had the problem of everybody who wanted to fight immediately would run at Cannon. And it's like, why? There's other people in the way. At least Mikasa does plenty of damage when she's taunted, so. Of course they did. Cannon's never left alone in that last chapter, like, ever. Cannon almost seems like she should just have an innate guts. Just an innate chance not to die. Cannon's master ability. I don't want to die. Yeah, you bring a level 91 Levi mark and pretty much everything's dead. I know, I tend to borrow Lag's Levi a lot. So today, when I was actually trying to do the stuff, I wasn't actually allowed to take any Lag's units. By the way, also just so you guys know, if you want, I do have a Discord server, and I do actually have like an area set up in there for talking about Alchemist code, for like builds or showing what stuff you've summoned and all that. I don't know. I figure I bring it up because might as well. I like to talk about Alchemist code, hence why I'm streaming. I hate this part. Also, don't ask me why I decided to... I don't know why I decided to, like, take an enlightened cannon. I just felt like, based on the last chapter, I was like, I feel like I should do this. How much damage does she get from this? And that's not enough to where that number comes from. Oh yeah, that's because she's also... I don't know what to do, honestly, now. I'm also really sad that they got rid of the drops. The Alchemist drops were such a good change. I had thought that was going to be permanent. I was like, this is a perfect change. This is really well done. Of course, it's not permanent. Of course. What am I doing? Oh man, I actually came back at the perfect time. It just changed not too long ago. Cool. Yeah, the Alchemist drops were just a brilliant idea. It's like, it's one of those things that gets people to do all the daily stuff, and then if they don't have time to that day, they can take and come back another day to do stuff. It also makes the whole idea of, welcome to the server, by the way, Slayer. It also makes the whole idea of regenerating AP a thing again, because I don't think I've regenerated AP ever, really. I generally have excess amounts of AP. Because you would get, what, like 2,000 a day, I think I would get? And I'd maybe end up going through 1,000. Unless I really had to force my way through it by, like, skip ticketing all the way through a ton of, like, soul shards, like I was doing for a while when they were giving us AP even more. This isn't the coin exchange shop. I haven't looked. Oh yeah, I need to do the tribulation stuff. Don't want to forget about that. Let's go look at soul shard stuff. I don't need any of those because those are all farmable. Fence. Nice. You almost need that right away is the sad part about that. It's almost way too necessary to not do. Only one of my units is allowed for this from the Dark Team. Most of my units are allowed from this, though. Yeah. Some of those can be annoying. Right now, they have in the shop, you can buy, like, every week that they're bringing back, it looks like you can buy, like, 80 of those like harder to farm stuff. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna just be a few more minutes. I'm calling in food. Let's see. Is this a good team? I think like this will work. You know what? I'm thinking put Bashini in the normal team. I think this should work. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta get some food in my belly. I haven't eaten since I ate at 4 o'clock. Or, no, 3 o'clock. Whew. No problem. By the way, where did you end up leaving off in the uh, Sacred Stone Memories? Or were you just getting cannon up so you could do it? So you could do the last mission? Okay. Yeah, so you were working on getting cannon usable, I take it then. If you need, you can. I put my cannon in the light slot, so you can always use my cannon if you need. Did I have a unit die? No, none of my units have died. Nice. Didn't think this tribulation thing would be too tough. Not for these units. Bashini is the only one who isn't tanky, but even then, he's still kind of tanky, I have to say. Oh, I hate that. I hate that the first one is always clear with a mercenary. Why is it that that's the one time it's like, oh, bring a mercenary? Yeah, no, those are for the last levels of the game. Those are really bad. Like, the last chapter, part 2 of the last chapter is insane. Like, I don't know if they just expect you to bring overpowered units. Because I feel like they just expect you to bring overpowered units. Nice. Nice. I got that too. That's what I was working on earlier, trying to get up. It was. It's not a fun thing because you gotta go through refarming everything for the elite one, for the elite night job. It seems like a tiered fight. Like you get through one of them, and then it unlocks another challenge. What happened? Oh, um, I think I may have known what happened. I take it you're on the mission right after you get the ability to get Cannon's Job Plus. Yes, I love this memento ability. Every time I see it, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's about the best way I can put that. I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with making the game, but I feel like someone needs to apologize about that. Again, that was the one that I ended up just like every mission I chugged. Every turn every turn or every other turn I had to chug a super potion, which meant the fight went quickly because I never had to do jack shit. But yeah, no, that was a bad mission. If your cannon can take a hit from him, then I recommend bringing some super potions and just kind of fighting your way along it a little bit. It's no, it's very much an uphill battle. Oh, yeah, it's in challenges. So I need to do it 5 times, and that's all enhanced gear once. I can do that quite easily. What gear do I need to enhance? I I can't, and I wouldn't either way. But if you need, I do have my cannon available for you to use if you need. Again, if you want to add me, I can. My cannon can essentially be another person to take some damage. I know it's not much of a help, but it's still, at least then you have another person who can just try and tank some stuff. That needs leveling. I get the feeling it'll either be Edgar or Therese. Tethers? However you say the girl's name. Because it shows those two in the picture and it says unit selector. I get the feeling that's what it's going to be. Which kind of makes that whole thing kind of pointless. But yeah. I've enhanced a gear. That doesn't count. What, does it need me to actually level one? Yeah. Again, I don't think it's that worth it in the end. I mean, I'd be doing this stuff anyways to get those pieces so I can buy the Spirit of Origin so I can get stuff. Actually, I'm curious now. Because it's weird to put the picture along with having, showing the North Pride, Desert Zone, and Invalia flags. So I actually don't know. It might be different than that. Can I look it up? Maybe under events? I'm still sad that I didn't get Orion. I wanted him. Yeah. I ended up using all of my dark shards pretty much on Bashini. I don't regret it at all. And my water ones I ended up using on Mikasa a bit. Where is it? There it is. Because sometimes they will mention what you get out of it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so you can use it to choose a unit from Invalia, Desert Zone, or Northern Pride. Oh, you got Ren. That's awesome. I love Ren. I'm a huge fan of a lot of units, and he has easily some of the funniest stuff. Just story wise, what he ends up doing in the story for Watatsumi is just so good. He just talks the way I would talk. He has a pretty cool unit. I actually when I got him, I put no, I ended up using my water shards on him. I used some on Mikasa, but I ended up throwing everything else in from into him from what I had left. Nice. That's a pretty good pull, to be honest. Getting Nina shards from the first and getting him on the second pull. Yeah, I ended up using the Ogre Sling Lord? The Ogre Sling Blade. Ogre Sling Lord? Because it's physical attack up with a chance of physical attack up, along with having that additional 10 agility. He's one of the highest agility units, too. Yeah, that's exactly why I love him. He is a cocky asshole. And I also love the fact that yours is stuck on 69. Nice. Again, Ren's a good unit. I've been wanting Ren since basically he showed up in the Scarlet Flames story. Yeah, it really does. Like, I like the colors just work with him. The base one is okay. It clashes a little bit in a way, but I mean, it's a cool sword. If you actually can get that sword later on. Yeah, no, I like it. Like I like the way his design is. His outfit is just fantastic. I'm glad he actually has his outfit as well, because some units for some reason got the shaft and don't even have like their kind of outfit that's in their art. Um but yeah, no, I think the blade looks really good with just like his outfit just looks really good like that. Gold shards. What do you mean by gold shards? Because I don't think I've seen gold shards. If that's something, or if I'm thinking of something different. Oh, gear shards. I ended up using them to get this blade up because I liked the stats on the blade are really good, and the physical attack chance up I think increases when that increases as well. Let me double check the stats. Okay, it's a decent increase. I mean, it's you still have a 50% chance on your attack to get a bonus to your physical attack. The 4-star is only a 17%, whereas the 5-star is a 20%. Um, but the base stats that increase are like 4 for physical attack, 1 for agility, and 3 for dexterity. It's not super worth it. I just had 600 gold gear shards. I saved I everything I had the chance to save, I saved it. For what? God only knows at this point. I just have this whole thing of like, if I save it, then I have it for when I want it later. Whether it's necessary or not. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's sad because it's so hard to get some shards now. You know what's funny? I still find his gear to be like a very useful gear. Like I've almost been tempted to like grind for more of the unbreakable greaves because they're just a decent item. Like they give agility, defense, and HP. I don't care whether or not they actually give them a master ability or not, but just those stats are pretty good. That's right. I need to fix that. You know what? I should. Yeah, I'm throwing this on him. Give him even more evasion chance off the bat. Um, I need to go back to Carla because I need to fix her build. Because I had her using the life belt for a little while because she needed the bonus for there. I end up using Ank's gear on her because it increases her agility and also gives her, that sweet, sweet strike damage increase on a unit that I only ever use her Berserker stuff, which is her Rakshasa. But yeah, no, I didn't mean for the Ogre Blade to end up like look. I wasn't expecting the Ogre Blade to look as good on him as it did. I just kind of went like, this one's not worth it. Not worth it. Not really worth it. And I was like, you know what? The Ogre Slaying Blade has some pretty good like physical attack and has a chance to physical attack up. I was like, yeah, he's got some good physical attacks. So let's just make that better. What am I using on him? Wailing Wild Eagle. Yeah, physical attack and dexterity lowers defense and hurricane physical agility and dexterity because I think his damage is based on dexterity partially. Let me double check. The Oversling Blade was a weapon I actually had my eye on for a little while because I remembered it. I looked at it and it was like, oh, it's really good. I had it for a while and never really had a unit that I was like, they deserve this. Yeah, because his attack is based on physical attack along with dexterity and agility. I didn't even look at that, but yeah, no, his because his attack is based off of physical attack, agility, and dexterity, and a very weird formula. I was like, you know what? Giving him the stuff that increases his dexterity and agility, along with the stuff that increases his physical attack, just makes his damage go a lot higher. Slash evasion rate, not really that great. Maybe Feign would be not a bad idea. Noiseless isn't a terrible idea. I wouldn't do Flying Ape because there's just no real big point because Jump 2 is decent. I mean, that'll get you most places. There are very few maps to where you need anything higher than a Jump 3, maybe. I've seen a couple maps to where I used Jump 6. But I even then kind of went, this is overkill. Because, yeah, if you go to his spy, his spy just... Well, because I have the Flying Ape on it. Jump 6, move 5. Well, if I actually wanted to do this dumb. He's got a 6-6 for movement on that one job. Oh, for Cannon to get her job up? Oh, God, it's not fun. You need to farm quite a bit of her stuff. 3 through 6, to get from levels 4 through 6 is 10 for each. Levels 7 through to getting to 9 are 20 for each. And then once you get to 9, they're 30 for each. And they don't seem to really increase that much. Hence why I took a break from doing that, because I was I legitimately was just bored myself, even though I'm just talking to you guys. It's just so boring to watch. I'm like, talking to you guys is way more entertaining than just sitting there and watching that. Hence why I'm so upset, because I spent all of my skip tickets I had, so I actually have to physically sit there and watch all of them. I even spent the 200 to get more. If you have skip tickets, you might be able to skip some of it, but I also would do. If you go for Memento, I would probably say go for the second banner, because the first banner is Yaris and Orion, so I wouldn't recommend you going for that. The second banner is Kudenstein and Cannon, so I'd probably end up going for the second banner for Mementos if you're going for those. Orion's a really good unit from what I can tell. I haven't actually looked into his stats, but from like his jobs and all that, it looks like he's a really good unit. Let me actually look at his stuff now, considering it's out. He's got Sacred Spearman. That's a pretty good one. I want to say that can give a bonus to physical attack. Oh, through Pierce. And crit and hit rate, that's not bad. Warrior Atlas. I'm curious about that. Atlas counter. Counter when damage is received and raises own physical attack for 1 turn, secondable up to 5 times, also activated by skill attacks. Wow! That's a lot. That's of course from his Atlas job. And his physical attack can be raised by 40% each time. Ooh! Is his physical attack and physical defense? Physical attack? Yeah, Chopping Spirit is a decent one. What does his Lion Monarch give him for stuff? Physical attack and HP, physical attack agility. When defeating units, that's right. If I have to recommend to you, I would almost say go for Orion. Um, he looks to be a really good unit. He has a preemptive strike reaction, so he attacks them before they attack, and he lowers their hit rate. So anyone attacking him at range 3 to 5, he can actually lower their hit rate by 50, which means that they have a 50% chance not to get hit. He gets an increase of physical attack, physical defense, and agility for killing enemies with his passive. His base job just has good passives. Yeah, I want to go for another one, but I don't have money to put in for jewels, so I can't. I really badly want to though. But yeah, no, the fact that it also is activated by skills as well for that reaction. So, you have a 40% chance to debuff, which is still not a bad thing if he actually does preemptively strike. Because super potions heal you for 3/4 of your maximum HP. So generally one of those will give you quite a bit. It's still kind of sad, but actually I'm curious, how many super potions do you have? I get curious about that with like certain items with a lot of stuff, because like I have, when it comes to actual items that are usable, I have far too many. Like, if I actually wanted to, I could use items aplenty for no reason. But I don't. Talk to you later, Slayer. I'm actually going to be heading out in a few minutes, because again, my dad's supposed to get home with food. Got myself a burrito. An actual burrito, too, not like Taco Bell or one of those like fake Mexican places. This is an actual Mexican place. So you know what? I think I'm actually gonna call it now because I'm at a point where I don't know what to do in the game, and I just don't want to just go about doing random stuff for no reason. So thanks for stopping by. It was fun chatting with you, Marissa. Again, I'm around. If you, I'll probably leave the stream up if you want to ask me questions. Zeke still streaming? No, but sorry, I gotta go. Bye, guys.